Elias Pettersson gets
Yeah.
3 years at 7.75. Quinn Hughes gets 6 years at 7.85. Faces of the organization, quality young players, but lots of money. Neither of them 8-year contracts, and the Canucks are up against it in terms of the cap. How do you see this playing out? What do you make of the deals?
So for Hughes, I think it's a good deal for Vancouver. It's not 8 years, which would be preferable, but for a guy who's the number one offensive defenseman, you see what Hastings signed for, what Makar signed for, and I'm not saying he's Makar, but he's in that ballpark. Even Jones and Werenski. Like, defensemen who got points, got paid so much to keep him under $8 million for 6 full years. Not bad for Vancouver. And for Quinn Hughes, like, that's a ton of money. He had an off year. Good contract, makes sense both sides. Pettersson, it's the biggest bridge deal, but he deserved it because he's better than Barzal was. He's better than Matthew Tkachuk was when they signed their $7 million deals. The concern is, and now it's 3 years down the road because it's him again, under $8 million. Great deal. 3 years from now, though, his qualifier will be $8.8 million, or he can go to arbitration if he deserves more than that, and he will. And he's 1 year away from unrestricted free agency. And guys, when they get that close, it takes a special kind of contract or a very successful team to make them forego the opportunity to go somewhere else and pick their spot and get a boatload of money. So that's a concern for 3 years down the road. Today, I think there's tremendous value on both. I just think they're going to regret not being able to get Pettersson signed long-term because they're going to pay him so much 3 years from now, or he's going to go to ARB, get a 1 year, $10 million contract, and walk himself into unrestricted free agency, which would not be good for the Canucks.
No, that does not sound ideal for anyone involved. But listen, Jimmy
except
Benning,
for Elias Pettersson.
except for
Good for
Pettersson.
him.
Yeah, Jimmy Benning and company, they're living it one day at a time out there in Vancouver, and they'll kick that down the curb happily.